swing, swing, not today, swing, swing. Hi, Mama.
Hey everybody, Sabrina here. This is my 34 and 35 week update because I did not take a video last week. I know in my previous videos I've been talking a lot about how my emotions have been in turmoil, and I am happy to say that these last 2 weeks have been much better. Much better. My emotions are doing a lot better now, and I am very thankful for that. About 2 weeks ago, shortly after I took my 33-week video, I had a doctor's appointment, and I talked to the doctor about my extreme sad feelings and anxieties, and he gave some suggestions. And it's funny because all the suggestions he gave are things that I used to do a lot, and over the last, we'll just say year, I haven't been doing those things. So one of the big ones was music, like listening to music. Our radio and CD players died, and I know there's Spotify, and I know you can like put Spotify on your phone and you can play it through speakers and whatnot. My husband has a Spotify app. I want to listen through speakers. But my system that I had is no longer running anymore. I haven't bothered to figure out how to hook it up through my phone, so I haven't been listening to any music, which is really sad because I love music. I love singing. After the doctor had suggested these things that weekend, I was like, okay, well, we're gonna do stuff. I had my husband turn on, it's gonna date me a bit, ABBA. I grew up, when I was younger, my mom had a CD called was it ABBA Golden Hits or something? I don't know. I think it was an ABBA Gold CD. It was just a whole bunch of their greatest hits. We would listen to that. We would dance around the living room as kids. It was just a grand old time. But I had this song, I believe it was Knowing Me, Knowing You. I had that one in my head. And I was trying to work on, I wanted to make a wreath, which I did finish, and I'll put a picture of that up. So I had my husband pop that music on as he was building his R2-D2 Lego set that I had bought him for his birthday. It was so nice to just listen to some old music that I hadn't listened to in years and make something. Like just create something again. I used to always just make things. I love creating stuff, and I hadn't done that in so long. I get stuck on a project. If I have a project that I'm working on, I don't want to be sidetracked by another thing until I'm finished this. I need this narrow focus, otherwise I won't get it done. It's a thing that I have, and so I've been working on my front porch since the very beginning of August. I did the girls' bedroom, I ended girls' bedroom end of July. I finished their bedroom in 2 weeks, which is it was a huge project. And my front porch, I just wanted to freshen it up with a bit of paint and take stuff that we had and just set it up and make it look pretty. And we had this problem and this problem and this problem and this problem and all things, and it stopped me. Like it just halt. I have to stop, I have to wait till this is done. I have to stop, I have to wait till this is done. And it was getting a little depressing. And I finally got the floor painted 2 weeks ago. I believe it was Wednesday night. I went outside, it was dark already, but I finally had the energy to go and do something. And so I went outside and I painted. You have to wait 2 days before you can walk on it. So I waited another 2 days, and then we took down the rope. So now everybody could walk on and off. And right after I took down the rope, the dog decided he was gonna come onto the pad again. Monday morning I walk outside and it's just brown. It was from the barn, it was poop on my concrete. So I had to wash that off, which thankfully now, because it's painted, lots easier, but I was very upset. Barricaded that area off. I'm like, no. Now people had to just lift the gate piece and move it aside to come in. I'm like, no more. This dog is not coming on here anymore. I'm tired of the poop. I'm tired of the stink. I'm tired of that. I'm done with that. And then my mom came down on Monday, and we were going to try and figure out these hinges my husband had picked up. So they're double springs, so it's like a saloon door, you know, it swings both ways. My husband was working with the cattle, and one of them slammed into his hand into the door, the gate, one of the metal gates, and he lost a bunch of skin. He had to go in. He got, I think he said 12 stitches. And so he hasn't been able to use his hand. So he was actually going to mount the gate, and now he couldn't, and because he can't use his hand, so it's just been like, ah. So my mom came down again on Wednesday. We figured it out. We worked at it. We got this thing mounted, and we got this thing up, and now I have a gate that swings both ways, and the dog has not come up onto my front porch since. But it looks so pretty. I'm so happy with how it looks. And I was able to decorate outside, and yeah, it's just, now that project is done, I'm so happy. I've been wanting a pretty front porch for years. Pregnancy symptoms. Oh, somebody had asked how much weight I had gained. As of my last appointment, which was 33 weeks and 4 days, I had gained a total of 43 pounds. So the most I had ever gained when I go in has been about 40, just over 40 pounds. So I still had, at that point, 7 weeks to go. And I gain about a pound a week now. So yeah, I am expecting to be 50 pounds over my pre-pregnancy weight by the time I'm done this pregnancy, which is just crazy to me. I feel heavier. I feel so much heavier. My hands, my arms, like, I don't fit in my boots, my rubber boots. Well, I do. I can still get them on, but I've been having trouble getting them on. I usually just slip them on and away I go. And now it's been more difficult because my feet have expanded in size slightly. I don't wear my rings. I have a different ring. I'd say probably about 1 to 2 sizes larger than my wedding ring. So I've been wearing that as a stand-in. Yeah, my belly is really big and in the way. I find it hard when I want to sit down. It gets in the way. I'm at a point now where I'm like, I think I need an apron so that I can eat, not worry about getting stuff all over my shirt, because I can't lean forward. I mean, I can, but the belly, especially, I've been getting Braxton's. When I get Braxton's, my whole stomach gets really hard, and it actually will push against my legs and push me backwards so that I can't lean forward. It's interesting. Climbing upstairs, my legs hit my belly as I'm climbing stairs because it's so low. I can lift it, like I using my muscles. If I use my muscles properly, like I can lift my belly a little bit, and that helps. But it's really tiring. Everything's exhausting. I'm in that last stretch, and it's really hitting home how much I am in this last stretch. I've got 5 weeks left, or 6. Usually I go about a week over, so I'm expecting closer to 6, but you never know, right? I could go early. That'd be really weird. If I went in early, that would be very odd. I have so many things that I want to do to get prepared for the baby yet, and we haven't even picked names. Like, we haven't even looked at names, you guys. I am 35 weeks pregnant. I got 5 or maybe 6 weeks to go, and we haven't even looked at names. This is ridiculous. I did start meal planning. So I said earlier on, I was like, 2nd October 1st hits, I'm going to start getting meals prepped into the freezer. So I did not yet meal plan my entire month. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to meal plan the whole month to include meals that I can freeze, so I could double up on stuff and put them in the freezer. We had ordered chicken. I went online and I found all sorts of freezer recipes for like dump chicken recipes where you put them in bags, you freeze them, and then when you want to make them, you put them, thaw them in the fridge overnight, stick them in your crock pot, 6 hours, done. And so I managed to make 15 recipes, plus I had 3 bags left over of chicken that just has nothing on it. I did that all last night, yesterday, It took me 6 hours, but I was not smart in that almost every recipe calls for garlic, okay? I hand minced with a knife and a cutting board because I don't have a garlic press or anything. I hand minced 2.5 heads of garlic. That took an hour and a half. I could have just bought a jar of already minced garlic. I hand chopped and hand minced, I think it was almost a dozen onions. I'm excited to try these recipes out. I've got one meal, like each one is a different meal. I don't have 14 of the same thing or even like 4 of the same thing. Like each one is a completely different meal. I cleared out this one section of deep freeze and threw all my stuff in there. Like I'm feeling really accomplished, guys, because now I got 14 meals in my deep freeze. We will probably use some before the baby arrives because I expect to be making at least another 15 to 20 meals over the course of the month. I need to go through clothes for the baby. We need to get the baby seat in to the van. I've got a lot of stuff that I need to do and I haven't done yet. It's really beginning to hit home that, oh yeah, hey, you're gonna have to give birth in about a month. I don't know what happened to summer, you guys. It just, summer is gone. How did that happen? It's crazy. I blinked and it's gone. I have so many projects and stuff I still want to do and I haven't gotten anywhere. So I'm trying to get homeschool figured out so that we can manage it when I have a newborn, because that first month with a newborn, at least, sometimes even up to 3 months, it's kind of just a blur. I physically want to just sleep. I'm not getting quite enough sleep. Oh, somebody was asking about stretch marks. I do not have any new stretch marks. I have so many stretch marks from my previous 6 babies that I don't know if any other stretch marks could appear if it wanted to. So yeah, no new stretch marks. I haven't put any creams or anything on my belly. Like I don't do anything extra for myself. My varicose veins are my highest concern right now because they actually hurt. They started with my last baby and they did not hurt. They were just there. I've got new ones this time and even the new ones are hurting. It's a throbbing pain. I have been getting it where it's been, my belly's been a little bit itchy, which means that there is some stretching happening. The very top here sometimes burns underneath the skin, like not the surface, but like underneath it sometimes burns, which is probably from stretching and whatnot. So I do remember that from my other babies, so that's all part and parcel. When that happens, I tend to just kind of I press it in so that it kind of doesn't hurt as bad. I would prefer stretch marks over varicose veins, to be perfectly honest with you. Stretch marks don't bother me in the least. I will show you guys my belly. Okay, so here I am, 35 weeks, sticking straight out. It's yeah, like I said before, if I tighten my muscles, I can lift the belly a bit, but it's actually a lot of work. But yeah, from the front you can just see that I stick straight out. I'm just, my 2-year-old wants me right now, so I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching this video and I hope you all have a blessed week.